Why is my shit? Yes, people, welcome back to Let's Talk Premier League. And what a game we saw at Old Trafford. A shambolic defensive display from United. Absolutely shambles. Ollie getting his team selection completely fucking wrong tonight. Ollie's in the mud. United fans are in the mud. Liverpool, though. Trent, best I've seen him all season. Even Firmino bagging 2 goals is unbelievable in this day and age. But I'm joined by, obviously, Velv, Matt, and Reese at the moment. More will be coming in the minute. I want to get to some comments before we do that. But before we do that, please leave a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. It does help us. We're 2 away from 250. So let's do this. Let's get us over that line tonight. On this stream, I want to be celebrating 250. So celebrate something that United fans can't, which is winning. Big up to Gabrielle in the chat. Wolf saying disgusting performance, disgusting. Dini trash, Scotty trash, Freddie trash, Luke Shaw trashaw. It was shambolic. Fred, we'll talk about that forward, but Fred, and I don't want to hear any more of this underrated baller. He's actually not too bad. Dog shit. He is a dog and he is shit. Dog shit. That is literally why he's in midfield, right? Him and McTominay are literally acting like dogs. They just run after the ball for 90 minutes, misplace their passes all over the place. Shambolic. Utter shambolic. We're saying we need Jadon Sancho, Declan Rice, and a backup right back, Unia centre-back. We'll talk about Harry Maguire as well. Everyone been slamming him, including me, but fuck me, did you not miss someone like him tonight? That is for sure. I can't believe Ollie brought on frickin' Matic on a Serbian tree when we're 3-2 down. Well, Bailly was injured, so yeah. Luke saying Matt come outside.
I'm always on your side.
What problem does Ollie have with Donny van der Beek? Did Donny shag Ollie's wife? He might as well go on holiday somewhere because he doesn't exist. Ollie, so much anger in the comments. So much anger.
That's why.
Charles saying ready for Dom to drown his sorrows. He'll be on in a bit. United 2 losses in 3 days. 1 from the kids and 1 from the experienced lot. And not starting Mason Greenwood. Not starting Mason Greenwood.
3 days. Shouldn't he be playing 2 games in 3 days? So. No, it's true though. It is true.
Well,
so, like,
you do it over Boxing Day happily enough, and Plymouth Argyle
yeah,
do it.
Like,
We've got
this is the end. This is the business end of the season. No.
Plymouth Argyle do it. No, Plymouth Argyle do it on Easter holiday. No.
We've had 3 games.
We play 1 minute. Shut the fuck up with your motion. We play 2 games in 3 days over the Easter holidays, and we're Plymouth Argyle with not even a hundredth of your budget. So I don't want to hear that excuse at all.
Physically impossible.
1 minute. What? Shh. Talking to each other. The score is 4-2. What the fuck? I thought it was 3-2. Yes, Salah with the goal right at the end. Oh God, where are we? Man United had 1 job to do: either beat Leicester or Liverpool, so Chelsea could be confirmed top 4. They lost both. Fixed EPL against Chelsea. I don't like your smile, Velv. United fans probably won't. Charles saying Trent is still overrated. Moving swiftly on. Fred is the Brazilian Xhaka. Shit.
That's a disrespect to Xhaka.
That's it.
Xhaka's got leadership. And
that is insulting to Xhaka. Acramic saying now Chelsea will have to play 4 finals instead of just 2. Charity FC, maybe even the Brazilian Ceballos.
Yeah, that's what.
I'm sure he's not Brazilian. I actually think he's from Macclesfield.
No,
but where we might as well start with the Liverpool lot, the United lot. Apart from that, Dom's gonna be late, but the United lot bottling it. As they normally bottle their title race this season. But Reese, I'll start with you. A solid performance from Liverpool. United shambolic defensively, but take nothing away from the attacking prowess that Liverpool had after 25 minutes, because you couldn't really lay a glove on them in the first 25. But after that, you really hit into gear and tore them to pieces.
Yeah, absolutely. Like you said, after that 25-minute mark, it just seemed like we just clicked into gear almost. Obviously, there was in that second half, I think after they scored their third, just seemed inevitable that they were going to score. But you can't really ask for much more of a performance from us at Old Trafford in the situation that we're in. Defensively, I don't think we were incredible, but obviously, Reece Williams pocketed Cavani. I think it's fair to say. And we were just high energy. Even without Mane, we just seemed incredible. Like every time we went forward, we looked like we were going to score, and we forced them into a lot of mistakes. Obviously, they gave the ball quite a lot, but that was just from us setting the pressure and setting the tempo of the game. We were honestly incredible.
Yeah, no, I hear that. What about you, Vel? What did you make of Liverpool's performance? Obviously, United was just shambles, but you lot looked really bloody strong, and you could tell that you lot had something to play for.
Yeah, first thing I would like to say, rest in peace, Jordan Banks. 9 years old, passed away. It's upsetting. It's sad, and hopefully he's watching from the heavens, looking at this performance, and he's proud of this Liverpool team. So rest in peace, Jordan Banks. And yeah, I thought this performance was amazing. This is what we are last season, mentality monsters, showing that no matter how hard how things go harder against us, we still come up fighting. And for like the first few minutes, we were very sloppy. For like Cavani just scored that chance from an Alisson mistake. I think after the Bruno goal, I think we went back and we showed fight, we showed desire. And I want to give credit to Nat Phillips because obviously people will think that he'll be not confident after what he did for the first goal. And to come back to show that mentality to go and assist to go with the other end for Jota, it's incredible. So I have to salute Nat Phillips. Bruce Williams did really well against Edison Cavani. And the front three did what the front three does, create chances. Although they were not clinical, I think we should have scored more, but it shows that we're on the right path to back where we are.
Yeah, no, I hear that. I hear that. A couple of comments here. Wolf is very sad today. We have a sad Wolf. Uncle Laurie, rather convenient the Liverpool wins and Velverswan's camera works. I say nothing. His camera's not working anymore. Massive win for us against them lot. What's that? What's that? The title pretenders haven't beaten us in the league since 2017-18. Well deserved win. We should have smashed them and scored even more. Up the Reds. Yeah, up the Reds indeed. Up the Reds.
You've won the league. You've won the league once in 30 years.
Liverpool were excellent. Matt, leave your sour grapes at the.
That's a stupid thing to say. That's a very stupid thing to say.
Why am I? Matt, will you shut your moaning up, you crybaby? I don't fucking care. You are crying more than fucking a woman. You're crying more than a woman on her period.
I'm fine.
Like, genuinely.
I'm fine.
Why am I sad we are in the Champions League next season? I'm not a fan of Maguire, but United missed him so much. Also, never disrespect David De Gea fans on social media. I can disrespect who I want if they're performing not as well. So don't ever tell me what to do ever again. Wolf saying exactly, Kosa. That's a lie. Russ saying, Matt, your shit fucking team had one job. Sad Wolf indeed. But Tom, what did you make of Liverpool's performance tonight?
What did I make of Liverpool's performance tonight? This is the worst Liverpool team we've had in 5 years. We went to Old Trafford against the best United team that's been since Sir Alex Ferguson. And you know what we've done? We've showed them up in their own backyard. With Reece Williams and Nat Phillips in defence, 2 kids in defence, we've shown them up. Trent Alexander-Arnold, that's what the best right back in England does.
What's the plan?
When the pressure's on, when you need to call on someone, he's there. He's there for you. Firmino, first half, useless. At times, he's a striker who doesn't want to shoot. That's like a defender who doesn't want to tackle. But when he decides he wants to turn it on, he's a brilliant striker, and he showed it today. Mo Salah, top top class. That's why we should never sell him. I don't care if he's 36, past it. What he's done today is massive. Who else have we got? Who else had a brilliant game today? Robertson was
pretty
great.
good, to be fair. Setting the
Jones
press,
was great.
especially.
Thiago, that's someone else.
Yeah, Thiago was
What a
fucking good as
game
well.
he had. What a game.
Fabinho wasn't even at his best, but he still had a decent performance, to be fair.
Fabinho was a little bit off, but you still know if there was a tackle to be
Winning
won
the ball
in the
back in
park,
midfield,
he was there.
that's...
But
I
Manchester
thought
United
Robertson
today,
was bloody good as well. Like every tackle he made, like
you know
incredible.
what I'm giving credit to though first? Reece Williams. That's a massive game for you to step into.
Yeah.
You know, he struggled last time against United. He made a crucial block on Mason Greenwood after Nat Phillips had cleared it off the line. Stepped up massively today. That's a performance he should be proud of. And I'm not saying it's the future. I don't think he is, but that's a performance
You can't really
look
ask
back
much
on and
more from him,
remember.
can we? With that sort of
That's a performance he can look back on and remember as I went to Old Trafford and did that. But Manchester United, I know they've not got much to play for now, but pride, that's embarrassing.
Yeah,
it's okay. The United fans have fucked off, so I'll just berate them. I enjoy doing it. Firstly, who the fuck should I start with? Right, Bailly. I don't want to hear anyone ever tell me Bailly is better than Maguire. But I don't want. In fact, I don't.
I think it's the partnership more than anything. Like Lindelof and Bailly are so bad together.
Bailly is so rash. It's absolutely horrific.
Yeah.
He is so rash. It's so bad.
How did we not get a penalty?
I don't know, but
I
with Eric Bailly,
penalty, and it's a sort of thing, in it. It's like I don't think it's a penalty because I'd hate it if it was given against us.
Yeah, but because he's given
based off what we've seen this season, it's a penalty. Exactly. Based off what we've seen this season with certain decisions,
it's not a penalty. But fuck me, I don't even agree with the rule book as it is nowadays. Yeah. But Bailly was absolutely horrific. He was shocking. Even Luke Shaw wasn't really in the game. Wan-Bissaka looked fairly decent tonight.
He was probably their best player, to be fair. He's tackling
Fred,
so good at times.
Oh, let me deal with Fred. Right.
The thing is, the first 20 minutes, I was like, "Oh, Fred's turned like Thiago a couple times. He's going to have us on toast." And then after that, he was so bad.
There's some United fans that overhype this cunt so much, and I'm going to call him a cunt. Right.
I remember when I said Scott McTominay is better than him, and I was told no. Fred's the main man.
I've heard that he's apparently an underrated baller. I've heard that he's absolutely brilliant. McTominay's the issue is not Fred. I could look at the amount of times both of them gave the ball away today, but I don't think I want to even dream of watching them numbers in the Premier League. Fred continuously gave the ball away. He was utterly horrific. I've not seen anyone worse than Fred in my life, and I watch League One football. Not even my midfielders would be allowed to walk off the pitch like that. No way on this planet. But Ollie got it hugely wrong today. Now, I will say why. Right. Start off, right? Marcus Rashford is not a right winger. That is very, very clear.
Yeah.
Pogba is not a left winger. That is very, very clear. Your best right winger and your most in form striker or right winger, however you want to view him, is on the fucking bench. Mind you, the one person with pace, the one person who can switch play, the one person who can link with Marcus on the other side, you put on the bench. In God's green earth, why Mason Greenwood was put on the bench was... Ollie's just majorly fucked up. The United fans have gone running.
That's what I'm looking for now. Where are them United fans that were chatting in the first half?
Vel's in the comments. Wolf saying, I want to hear a Scouse accent. I might feel better. Inject it. No, that was towards United fans on Twitter, as they always blame De Gea for everything. Well, De Gea's been dog shit as well. Just because Hendo's had one game.
I don't think anyone's going to deny that. Dean Henderson made a mistake to that third goal. But
Yeah, but
he's been
overall,
consistent
Henderson
for them
didn't have
over
a
the past
bad game.
15 games. He
De
made a
Gea's
number
had
of good
more
saves.
It's the way it is. De Gea's had more
That's
than
the
enough
issue with being a
bad
goalkeeper. You focus on the bad and don't remember the good.
Yeah, 100%.
Mason saying, well done, Liverpool. I had to congratulate you. Ollie and Glazers, get out my club. Shut up, Mason. You are... Really?
What?
I don't think I would say...
The thing
Mason,
is, as soon as Rashford got put on the left and Greenwood came on, I was terrified.
I'm not going to lie to you. I genuinely think Mason Greenwood was your man of the match, judging from what I fucking saw. His 30-minute cameo was the best I fucking saw.
Tell you what,
from
Niall, can we
He
just
could have had a
discuss
goal
this real
straight
quick?
away, couldn't he?
How is Nat Phillips and Reece Williams arguably a better centre-back pairing than Eric Bailly and Victor Lindelof?
Because Eric Bailly and Victor Lindelof are shit.
How does that happen?
Honestly, I do think Desire just won through today.
Yeah, and for the bulk of the game,
honestly.
United attacking wise were non-existent. Like they were shocking to attacking, mainly because they couldn't get the ball up there. Probably because you play Fred and McTominay in your double pivot, and Fred's got the pass accuracy of, like, I don't know, a stripper. Nat Phillips made a mistake and rectified it with an assist. Phenomenal. Where is Matt? Matt's gone running. Matt's running away.
Every single United fan has gone running. I've been here when I've had it all thrown at me after the loss to Brighton. Who else did we lose to? Burnley.
No way Matt's done a run already.
Southampton. I went there for Southampton.
I was fully ready to come into this call.
Man City. I was there for Manchester City when we lost 4-1 and I had it thrown at me. And now we've done it to them at their own backyard and they've ran away.
The United fans are the thing that I say about United fans. They can talk the talk, but when walking the walk, it don't happen. I've been on streams where we got battered 3-1 by Sunderland. I wasn't exactly delighted, but I showed my face. That is RJ. Where's RJ? That's the question, because he's been bigging this up a lot. Where
do you know what RJ said in the first half? Do you know what he said in the first? No,
I don't know. I was doing Twitter commentary.
I
was doing Twitter commentary.
Wait, where is it?
Fred too small for Premier League. Send him to Serie A.
I don't think it's about being small. He's just shit.
Oh,
that was when they went 1-0 up. That was when they went 1-0 up.
RJ in the mud.
God.
Charles, where is Dom? Dom's crying.
They've bottled it. They've bottled it.
Someone put in the group chat being like, United fans, where are you? Need Tom and Dom reunited. Hiding with Matt Shaw. Russ, it's all fixed against Chelsea. Actually, that's disrespectful to El Nene. Russ saying RJ called out the Liverpool boys.
Yes, Rose. My guy Rose. My guy Rose called out RJ.
Man of the match, Manchester Police helicopter. Fred best run today when he was subbed off.
Fred was
Louis Barry.
A new level of awful.
Louis Barry passed the Reece Williams test. How about you, Mason? That's just a really idiotic comment, Luke. And your team is still trash. One of your United boys has showed up.
Yeah, Dom, lad.
RJ and Matt, though.
Mate.
No, where the fuck RJ and Matt have got to? Fuck knows. In fact, can someone make a missing post with RJ's face on it, because he's gone missing?
Mate,
Velshran.
Dark Alley and get stabbed.
Oh no, Sonny is trying to say Phillips had a better impact than Maguire. He's deluded anyway. He's a delusional cunt. If you're Brazilian called Fred, you're automatically going to be tragic at football. Luke's happy to see Dom. But Dom, I want to go to you. I've just slammed half your players. I've actually given your man a match to Mason Greenwood, because his 30-minute...
I would as well.
His 30-minute cameo is better than I've seen any United player today.
Fella. I've just watched Manchester United. Oh, Fred... Oh,
Dom, what you watch? You didn't watch Manchester United versus Liverpool. You watch Reece Williams and Nat Phillips pocket the most potent attack in England at the minute.
Mate,
the most informed team in England.
Myself off a bridge.
That's what you watched today.
I just watched Liverpool beat Manchester United.
Like the last time we beat you, it was good when you had David Moyes. Is Solskjaer on David Moyes' level?
Oh, please shut the fuck up. Oh, I don't want to be on the stream. I thought I'd come on, right? Because I thought I might as well show my face. I'm not going to hide. Didn't hide against Sheffield United when we got beat, so I might as well not hide when we're fucking get beat like Liverpool.
I'm just waiting for RJ.
RJ won't come on.
He's a bottle job, isn't he?
He's a bottle job. I tell you now. All the
I've just put in the group chat, Matt and RJ. I never want to see you abuse any other team again.
You know what, right?
Because if
Gini Wijnaldum had the best game of his fucking life against Manchester United. He was fucking.
He wasn't even that good.
Against everyone.
He wasn't that good.
Did he fuck?
Mate,
He was probably our worst player.
And Gini Wijnaldum had the game of his fucking life.
Lad, Alisson tried to assist Cavani twice. And he was still a better player than Wijnaldum.
Third minute. Oh my
Despite
god, I was
United getting beat by
terrified.
Liverpool, Alisson is the worst goalkeeper I've ever seen in the Premier League history. My guy wants
he
to pass
wasn't
to other
great.
teams.
You
My guy
employ
wants to pass to
Dean
other
Henderson.
strikers to give him a goal. He's so shit. He's
He
so
just
You know,
bad.
you know what I loved about Fred? It was the one where he's cleaned it up first of all before our third goal. You sourced out the situation when we were on the attack.
Oh,
And he
mate,
gets to Fred.
we went
He gets to
3-1
Fred.
down. We went 3-1
And you
down
sat there
in the
looking at him
47th
going,
minute.
oh my God,
No,
just play out.
No. We went 3-1 down in the 47th minute. And my dad went, right, time to get the shots in. I went, oh Christ, I'm absolutely steaming. And I just don't want to be on this stream, but I have to be on this stream. Like,
You know what though? I'm surprised RJ ain't here to slander Dean Henderson for that fourth goal.
Oh
Because
yeah,
he deserves a bit of
absolutely.
criticism for that one.
I've decided that I will put the link in the group chat, so you may get rivals coming on to absolutely rip the
I'm
shit out
surprised
of
the other
United.
scouts wankers not on here from Blackpool, the fucking genie.
Yeah, I asked him yesterday actually. I got a response.
I'm surprised he's
it?
not on here to fucking come and banter Manchester United.
Um,
How the fuck are we going to stay fucking second? That fucking team, that's our strongest team. We've got Eric Bailly and Victor Lindelof at the back. Oh my God.
I said to him, hey bro, I said, hey bro, you free to come on the match reaction after Liverpool game tomorrow? And he put no way laughing faces. So Genie is...
Yeah, he's a Blackpool fan, lad. He's a Blackpool fan.
There's a stat.
Yeah. Oh, are they playing tonight, are they?
Most mistakes
No, their season's done, isn't it?
No, they got playoffs now.
Yeah, but playoffs aren't now, are they? They're on like 2 weeks.
Oh, I'm gonna fucking kill myself at that performance.
Lad, honestly, that is a performance that I'm proud of.
I want to ask Dom what your thoughts on Eric Bailly were, because he looked a bit of a liability
right, I'm
tonight.
going to the pub to get more drinks because you've asked me about Eric Bailly. Don't ask me about Eric Bailly. I'm walking back to the pub.
Well, I suggest you don't. I suggest you walk back home.
I'm not walking back home. I'm walking to my mother's house, so they can fuck off. I am not in the mood to talk about Eric fucking Bailly.
That's all you need to say. That sums up exactly what you needed to say.
I told you on rescue, Niall. He makes so many mistakes.
He was reckless today. He was reckless.
I told you, a bit against a big team, they're going to capitalise on that.
When you let Roberto Firmino score a brace, Christ.
Shut up.
Brad, you've let Roberto mate, let's just bear in mind that Roberto Firmino... Roberto Firmino is a striker that doesn't want to shoot. He's a striker that would rather pass than shoot. And you've let him score a brace on your head.
I was saying there, we let Roberto Firmino score 2 goals against us. 2 goals.
Is that his first brace of the season? I think it is.
Oh, shut up, Reece, you cunt.
Is that his first brace in his career?
I really don't care. I got beaten by Liverpool fucking football club. And I want to throw
Lad, it's the worst Liverpool team we've had in ages. And you've been beaten by them.
Turn and run me over, please. Fuck it now.
It's okay. We've got a Donny fan who wants to
Oh, not him. He doesn't shut the fuck up.
So Aaron, what did you make of today's performance then?
United's defending. They should
shut
be
up,
pressing.
You fucking Doncaster wanking cunt.
They should be pressing charges. That was a felony, that defending. That was shambolic.
You're like James Charles fella. Shut up.
Dom's not in the best of mood.
Where's that Scout's rat gone? Oh, he's back.
Oh, he's gone to do the terrace.
Hi, Andrew.
Oh, Andrew, I'm not putting up with you tonight.
Well, to be fair, Dom, if RJ didn't bottle it and Matt didn't bottle it, I wouldn't invite rivals on. But my good friend Andrew, my good friend Andrew has probably got some smoke he'd quite like to
I
send.
showed up last night for our one, so you know.
He did.
Dom,
did.
I'm not here to banter you, mate. Dom, you're my mate. I'm not here to banter you. I'm just telling you the facts. United right now, under the Glazers, will not compete for another title.
And I'm telling you that your club's shit and you'll always be in fucking League One or whatever league you're in.
Oh, I don't know whether this is just banter or Dom actually hates me.
Mate, your fucking girlfriend that you're talking to is either a man, blind, or works in a fucking elderly care home, living like fucking.
Dom is in a foul mood. Dom's in a foul mood. But back to the.
What do you expect?
Eric Bailly was so suspect.
Right, back to the football. Back to the football. Aaron, what did you think of the game tonight?
Well, Eric Bailly was so suspect. I'm not the biggest fan of. I'm not the biggest fan of Harry. I'm not the biggest fan of Harry Maguire, right? But I can tell Man United missed him tonight hugely. Like his aerial presence, his leadership abilities. I could tell he was missed tonight. In the midfield, Fred, I don't want to see you put on a Man United shirt ever again, you Brazilian prick. Go to Arsenal. Go to a mediocre club. Go to Arsenal or something. Because Fred does not deserve to wear the United shirt. I've seen hella midfielders at United. Carrick, amongst the best of them. Scholes. All these wonderful players. And then you've got Fred, who in Scholes and Carrick's era would be nothing more than a bench warmer or a reserve warmer. He wouldn't even be on the bench. He'd be a fucking reserve warmer getting loaned out to fucking Vitória Guimarães in the Portuguese second division. He's that shit. And they paid like what, £40 million for him? £40 million from a guy from Shakhtar Donetsk. Fred's on the ball play was not great tonight. It was absolutely shambolic. Scott McTominay is good for one thing: energy. The best way to use Scott McTominay is you make him do forward runs. Scott McTominay didn't know how to pass the fucking ball tonight. He was shit.
Whoa. Between the two defensive midfielders, you're saying Scott McTominay couldn't pass the ball tonight?
McTominay was only gradually better than Fred.
Oh, well, RJ's in the comments, but he's decided to bottle coming on stream. RJ, I never want to see you giving smoke to any other club. You're not allowed. I
felt sorry for Bruno Fernandes tonight. That's the only player I felt sorry for tonight, Bruno Fernandes, because I thought in the first stuff, in that first sort of, I guess, half an hour, I could say, he actually looked like a player that was going to make an impact. And I think, you know, Reece, you might agree with this or disagree, but I think as the game started, Bruno Fernandes looked like it could cause some massive problems to your defence. But again, it's just defensive mistakes from United. Dean Henderson, and this is what I was saying now, this is what I meant earlier in the comments. I do not want to see Man United fans slagging off David De Gea ever again. Because
no. This is where I disagree. Because if a player has a shit game, they're more than entitled to slag him off.
No.
One minute. David De Gea has been utter dog shit for about 2 years. 2 years he's been dog shit. And yeah, RJ saying I legit can't join. 1 minute. Reading. I legit can't join. Yes, because you just lost 4-2. Liam saying, yo, Niall. Big up, Liam. Big up, Liam. Bruno went missing after the goal. The only thing McTominay is good at is taking books from the top shelf in a library. Scottish dinosaur. Boo. Excuses. RJ. Yes, they certainly sound like excuses. Aaron, I want to move over to Andrew. Andrew, what did you think of the game today?
I heard someone describe it as a great game of football. I totally disagree. I thought Liverpool deserved winners. I thought both teams defensively were not that great. It's just that Liverpool just came out on top. They deserved to win, Liverpool. And you know, Man United, I mean, I don't think there's any real excuses to United. They rested nearly all their players on Tuesday. They were coming back. They could have really you know what? But some United fans will go, "Oh, it's just another game." They had a chance to cement second and also dent Liverpool's Champions League hopes at the same time.
I've just literally looked at ball possession and the amount of times that possession was lost by Fred and McTominay.
Yeah.
Fred lost the ball 10 times.
Oh my God.
McTominay, 1 minute. Yeah. McTominay lost the ball 21 times.
Christ.
Jesus.
That is why I don't rate McTominay either.
He had a passing accuracy of 70%.
How many times did Lindelof give the ball away? Because I swear he's passed it to Trent several times as well.
Lindelof gave the ball away 10 times. Bailly gave the ball away 6 times.
Doesn't Lindelof always go under the radar though for this? He never.
Fuck me, Luke Shaw gave the ball.
Lindelof is so bad.
Yeah.
Luke Shaw gave the ball away 21 times.
Well,
Salah was all over in all game. Honestly,
it was his fault for that third goal.
And you know what? There's some.
And
you know what? When we're speaking about Lindelof going under the radar and that, and the midfielders losing the ball so many times, this is where I bring it back to the whole De Gea Henderson debate, because the mainstream media have put their agenda in the wrong place. What they've done is they've caused a debate between the goalkeepers when the mainstream media shouldn't have been busy protecting Maguire, protecting Lindelof, protecting the defence in the midfield, McFred, sniffing their arse every week and causing rifts among the fan base by debating the goalkeeper rather than the outfield positions. Because imagine if there was a debate between McTominay or Fred instead of De Gea versus
right. Unless you're on Twitter with your eyes shut and your ears shut, the United fan base The United fan base has been debating almost all of that. They've debated every player on the pitch. And of course, a goalkeeper debate is completely natural when your players are completely shit. And David De Gea, I don't want to say, has been completely shit.
No, wasn't it crazy? The second half, I swear, I saw Cavani popping up in the left back role. It was dropping so deep.
It was a complete shambles.
Yeah, but he was dropping. Cavani was tracking back to the left back position to stop Liverpool attacks. And Fred,
Pogba was at left back, wasn't he, for most of the game as well?
Fred, I mean, the guys who no one on this panel, but the guys who big up Fred all the time. I mean,
I know who you're on about.
I don't think I've ever seen any United fans say Fred is actually good.
No,
it's just one.
Me and Andrew definitely.
These are the guys who you would debate them. If they would debate you and tell you 2 + 2 = 5. There's no point debating. Do you know what I mean? It's like there's no point debating.
I want to go back to Liverpool though, because they were excellent today. Reece,
big up Liverpool.
Question for Reece. What was the thoughts that you had for just the performance? Because yes, United were a shambles defensively. Yes, they were horrific. Yes, Fred couldn't make a pass. Yes, McTominay was dog shit. But what did you think? What did you think?
I think it was the set of the press. So like after that 25-minute period, we just got onto him. We were just absolutely dogged all over him. Like Robertson making a few brilliant tackles on the left, Jota, Firmino and Salah always going at them, which led to them giving the ball away. And I think obviously the more they did that and they panicked and we just had more energy on them, the more we gained confidence and the more that they just didn't have a clue what to do. So I think it was it was set from us, because you could see like we were completely in their half and they couldn't even go like long to Cavani or whatever, which is what I expected, to be fair. But yeah, like I think Ollie's team selection was poor because Pogba, as usual, did nothing against us. And I mean, Rashford on the right is just not effective. Whereas as soon as he went on the left and Greenwood on the right, I was terrified, honestly. Even though we were 3-1 up at the time, obviously as soon as Greenwood came on, it was then 3-2, and Rashford then got inside of like Nat Phillips and stuff like that, and that could have led to something. But I just think all in all, we kind of got it perfect, and I think Klopp deserves a lot of credit for bringing in Reece into centre back and leaving Fabinho in midfield because it just gives. I think that helped him a lot because we were saying earlier, Reece had a really good game considering the opposition he's against, one of the most informed strikers in the league.
Yeah,
and he hasn't played for a long time, obviously by last game, but
that's
what
bonkers,
a performance from him!
That's bonkers. Footballing logic dictates that this scoreline should read Manchester United 4, Liverpool 2, given who started in the centre-back position. Even if
I just want to quickly...
Yeah, I mean, I was definitely more confident with Maguire being out, because as much as we banter him, like everyone banters him, he is the leader at the back, and I know literally every United fan I've spoken to, Lindelof and Bailly do not work well together at all, because there's no leader between them. They're both just like individual players. They don't work as a partnership. And so, honestly, I've not rated him since the day he signed. He's such an awful defender. I do think he's worse than Bailly. Bailly's just rash, which obviously, toss a coin really between them. But I think
I actually rate Lindelof. I just think he's always with the wrong partner.
I think he's weak. If
you had Lindelof next to a fast striker with a lead, not a fast striker, a fast centre back with leadership, Lindelof looks world class. I can assure you.
If you put Van Dijk next to him,
the way he can ping those balls across, and the way he can pick out those passes upfield. There's not many centre backs actually can do as good as job as him.
I think at the moment, I think a lot of United fans would agree that Maguire and Bailly definitely work better as a partnership, but for some reason he prefers Lindelof and Maguire, which don't work well together.
That's because Lindelof can stay fit, and Bailly. I mean, we saw.
But the bad thing for United.
One minute, we saw today that Eric Bailly was grimacing as he came off, so it looks like Bailly's injured again. I mean,
what does that mean?
Has this been going to use Tuanzebe for the rest of the Premier League games?
Well, I think it should be Tuanzebe. I think Tuanzebe has done enough in recent games to say that. But I want to go to. One minute. I want to go to Dom. Dom, what were your thoughts on Ollie's team selection today? And how much blame does Ollie get today?
Bar Greenwood.
I disagree.
Chosen.
Well, yeah, but okay. Well, what did you make of the fact that he left Greenwood on the bench and put Rashford on the right, Pogba on the left, which hasn't worked in any game I've ever watched?
Just please stop talking to me.
What I will say, Niall.
Well, no. Well, I'd rather that question answered first. Go on,
Niall. What do you ask?
Go on, man.
I said, what did you make of Rashford on the right, Pogba on the left, Greenwood on the bench, and how much of this does Ollie need to be blamed for?
We know that our strongest attack is Rashford on the left, Cavani up top, and Greenwood to the right. We know that. We could have fucking exploited Liverpool so much tonight. Look at the two centre backs he had, and they fucking pocketed the whole attack. It's just disappointing, it really is, and I'm so pissed off we've lost against Liverpool Football fucking Club. Like, based on their season that they've been on, fuck me, we've actually lost that team. Wow, we've actually let them back into the top 4 race.
I hear that.
Did you? I got to ask this, mate. The defence, they were all over the place. There was no one stepping up and telling anyone what to do in that defence tonight. Luke Shaw kept drifting further inward to a centre-back position than his own left-back position.
Because we had Lindelof and Bailly.
I know, but that's what I mean.
Yeah.
No one was stepping up to do.
I think Luke Shaw was trying to cut inside to try and do a better job than Lindelof and Bailly. Well, we spoke about how Lindelof works better with a different partner, but Lindelof and Maguire don't work together. But the sad thing is for United, what looks like happening this summer, if they're going to bring a new centre-back in and put him next to someone, they're probably going to put him next to Maguire. And because Bayer's on a new deal, they're going to try and sell either Tuanzebe or Lindelof. So they're making the wrong decisions again, United. I'm sorry about. I'm sorry I caught you in a bad mood, Dom, tonight. But I'm sorry, but United's defence right now isn't a calamity.
Well, yeah, but no one's debating that. Look, The new centre back to come in is always going to come in with fucking Maguire. They spent 80 million on that man. Right? United are not chucking away an 85 million pound defender, no matter if you think he's an 85 million pound defender. So a new centre back was always going to come in for Victor Lindelof. That was always going to happen. And in fact, that's what a lot of United. And that's what most United fans have been calling for. They want a new centre back with Harry Maguire, and they ideally want a left-sided centre back so Maguire can go his favoured right side of centre. Right, so that is clear. That is how United are going to approach things. But yes, giving Bailly a new contract was absurd. Right? Does that mean United probably don't even get a centre back this summer? Potentially. Right? They are looking at getting Jadon Sancho. They aren't going to get Declan Rice because they can't.
I don't know if that's actually concrete or just their fans making up rumours.
No, they do want Varane, but it depends on how much Varane is going to cost because they've already said they can't afford.
I mean, why would he go to them as well? To be fair, surely there's better teams that would offer him.
Well, no, I actually think United is. Perfect.
You little fucking.
You are in the Europa League.
No, but believe it or not, I actually think
you're not in Europe.
United is. I actually think United is the perfect place for Varane. And I know it sounds mad, but United need a leader. Varane has never been able to show his leadership qualities at Real Madrid. He's paired next to Sergio Ramos.
I think he's looked more when he's not got Ramos next to him, though. I don't think he has that much leadership.
Even if United can get past with De Gea, with Maguire and Lindelof, I'm sure Maguire and Varane will do a good enough job. If we're being real, I just want to quickly get to some. Carry on. No, quickly.
Quick. I was just going to say, I disagree. They're going for a centre back. That's why they gave Bailly a new deal. I don't think they're going to buy a centre back.
It wouldn't surprise me
because they gave him he's in. No, they know he's injury prone. Why would you give him a new contract?
He's also giving Matip a new deal.
And what makes it even worse? And what makes it even worse is we've got the Varane links, obviously, but if they're not going to spend all that money on a centre back because they're too busy focusing on fucking Sancho, then what we're hearing from the sources is 2 of the 3 names on the list for new centre backs is Sven Botman and some guy called Romero from.
Actually, if you brought in Sven Botman at United, I actually think
we wanted him in January, didn't we?
It sounds like a legendary name for United.
Well, Aaron, that just suggests to me that you've never actually researched this lad, which I have. Okay, so let me finish what I'm saying, and I'll be able to answer that question. I have done my research on Sven Botman because I've done plenty of streams on other channels talking about Sven Botman going to Liverpool. He is a class centre back. He's only 20 years old. He's got plenty of time to become a great centre back. He's got pace. He's very good in my opinion. It would be if you. I'll put it this way: if United bring in Sven Botman, that is a good signing. End of.
Could he overtake Bailly and Lindelof as the first team star?
He already has.
He's winning the league this season with Lille.
Wow.
It's literally, it would be pretty much a perfect signing for him because he's kind of an under the radar one. I doubt it would be that much money.
But would Ole Gunnar Solskjaer start him or would he go with the Maguire Lindelof partnership?
Well, if he's got half a brain cell, then yes, he's a better player.
He's not playing Donny van de Beek, is he? Do you know what I mean?
Well, yeah, but
will start Botman. If Ollie has Stents, will start Botman.
Well, no, right. Do you understand football? I'm just asking for a friend.
Yeah, of course I do.
Right, because because you've said quite a bit about United, which makes absolutely no sense. So Ollie plays with Fred and McTominay because they don't have a DM who can do the job on his own. Right? That's as simple as that. Can't make it clearer. He plays Lindelof and Maguire at the back because Bailly cannot stay fit, and a centre-back partnership is valuable. It is important knowing what each other do. Botman will come in, and I firmly believe would come in as a starter because he has all the qualities that United are lacking in Maguire, and it would work very well, and you could build that partnership. I think Lindelof probably goes in the summer, or Tuanzebe. Most likely, probably Tuanzebe.
Because Solskjaer's not a fan of Tuanzebe.
Maybe it'll be Tuanzebe on a loan. Maybe that's what Ollie will do.
Maybe.
And the bit on Donny, they just don't have a DM, so that's why he doesn't start. Liam saying, I'm a Man U fan as well as an Argyle fan, but all I'll say is United have second place, so they didn't have anything to play for, but win versus Fulham, the second place is secured. But enjoy UEL Scousers.
Just because they've got nothing to play for, that's not an excuse. You should still be playing to the best of your ability. Otherwise, that's just average.
Yeah.
Crikey,
it's Man United and Liverpool at the end of the day. You've got to put everything into it no matter what.
If you've got nothing to play for, you still go out there and you play like fucking class players playing for one of the biggest clubs in the world. You don't play average because you've got nothing to play for.
Dylan saying De Gea is 30 years old and people think he's finished. He's much better goalkeeper than arrogant. Oh, Dylan, stop listening to RJ. Hendo is not arrogant. Just simply
what do they mean
not.
by arrogant? I don't get.
Oh, I
think the thing with RJ as well.
I don't think Heno's arrogant.
RJ just keeps using the word arrogant as a buzzword for flaming Hendo, and it drives me mad. Lil saying, what a performance from Trent. Need more of his disconfident performances.
Yeah, that was Trent's best performance this season.
Yeah. But the thing is, when he's good, he's unplayable. Like, he was so good tonight. I think against Spurs, he was brilliant as well. He's been probably man of the match in like 4 games probably this season, 4 or 5 games.
Yeah, no, I hear that. RJ saying, what about Matic Bailly for next game? Ridiculous comment, like ridiculous. Bailly's also injured, I think. But Fred, I'd rather bleach my eyes. How are we managing accepting our midfield to consisting of Duracell batteries? They're awful. What else have we got? Just play Luke Shaw at centre back, I guess. Those two.
No, but then you lose your best left back.
Exactly.
I'm just gonna say the Tellez is not much of an improvement.
Exactly.
He plays left wing anyway, and the way United play, they need more defensive centre or left and right back.
Velve and I do believe Velve saying this. Botman has a higher ceiling than De Ligt. More than plausible.
Yeah.
Much of De Ligt
we've got a statement from Solskjaer as well.
1 minute. Dylan saying, "No, how much has Dino paid you?" Absolutely fuck all. I just have a brain and I use it. Dino is not arrogant.
Spelling as well for paid.
You also want Dino to be confident. That is how you want it. But shambolic performance. United seem to be having a meltdown. Luckily, Reece is in a good mood. But I want to talk a little bit about Klopp's in-game management. Now, normally he brings on Curtis Jones and it all goes tits up. But today,
it's all right, Andrew. I'll bring you the light to you.
But what did you make of Klopp? What did you make of Klopp subs today? Please.
Oh, sorry. No, yeah, I thought it was kind of the right thing. Gini was probably our worst player, which isn't a surprise. He hasn't done much for a while. But I think bringing somebody in with Curtis has always got high energy, and just bringing someone in like him who knows what the fixture sort of means. He's got a bit of creativity to keep that attacking, to keep on the forefront, as opposed to just dropping deep, which is probably what we've done too many times this season. And then obviously conceded late, but I think he got an assist for the 3rd goal, I want to say. No, would have been the Salah goal, wouldn't it? I think. Yeah. And so, he didn't really put a foot wrong, to be fair. He came on, he kept us just kind of in the swing of things, keeping the energy there. And obviously, what was the other one? Sadio Mane. I mean, he didn't really do much. But yeah, Jota was probably tiring because he was pressing high, and the subs didn't really make that much of a difference, I don't think. It's not like they added too much, but I think, just keeping the fresh legs, bringing on Sadio Mane isn't exactly a bad thing, is it?
Yeah, no, I hear that.
I was crossed
Andrew,
about why Mane was on the bench, but now I sort of understood why, and that was like the impact off the bench kind of thing.
Yeah,
So
well, I saw a thing on Twitter that apparently he left Klopp hanging with like a fist bump or hug or whatever, and apparently he seemed annoyed after the game. So I don't know what that was.
that's very interesting. I do have also Solskjaer's post-match interview as well.
Mm-hmm.
The few statements that he's made. Do you want me to read it out now? If that's all right.
Go for it.
So these just in order of oldest to newest from his press conference. You'll want to hear what this is done from Solskjaer. They deserve the win. We conceded goals in key moments of the game. We didn't build on the momentum or break up their momentum. We gave them at least 2 goals, really. Then we scored again, had a massive chance. Key moments went against us. Their shape and their pressing is very aggressive. We created our own downfall. The second goal, you probably expect no foul. Then there is a bad moment to concede just before half-time. The third goal we gave them, and that's really poor. Harry, in terms of Harry Maguire, has been really important for us. So, of course, we're going to miss him, but he's out, so we have to deal with that. It's about regrouping and building our own confidence again as we have 2 games and a final, which says to me that Maguire's out for the Europa League final as well. The attitude was right and the focus was fine. We were ready for it. We didn't build on the good times. We should have gone for it at the start of the game. Sometimes we let them off the hook and let them play out. Tuesday, we need to find ourselves straight away. We need to build that momentum and confidence. We should go into the final ready. And on the protest, he said, of course, it's disrupted us a little bit, so it's not been ideal, but we've had to deal with it. Hopefully, when we let the fans in on Tuesday, it's a good atmosphere. We've waited a long time, so we're looking forward to enjoying the game together. So it's pretty much, and he also said, by the way, in the last 3 minutes, when you play against good players and good teams, you can't give easy goals away, especially goals in the periods we did. So it's a very, very mixed press conference from Solskjaer. I don't know what your thoughts on those comments.
That's generic. That's generic.
I was just about to say, fucking whose show is this? I'll ask questions. Thank you very much. But Andrew, as a neutral, the timings of the 2 Liverpool goals either side of half time was absolutely horrific. And surprise, United concede in the first half from 2 set pieces, and in the third half they concede from Fred missing the ball. I would say I'm sort of shocked, but we've seen this as a recurring thing all season. But how damaging was it that they conceded either side of half-time?
Right. Oh, yeah, it is damaging because it just kills it. It changes the half-time team talk and just kills any momentum you're going to try and create at the start of the second half. I thought the third goal was the most damaging one, though. It was the most self-inflicting one because you get Luke Shaw dribbling out from the box. I don't know what he was trying to do, but he dribbled out from the centre of the box and then just relatively just gave the ball up. I don't know I can't remember who shot against the shot.
It was Trent, I think.
Henderson's body for the save. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know if he's doing some performance art or something, but his body was all wrong. And then Firmino follows up. It's a good victory. The third goal is just a calamity of epic proportion. I bet Reece was like going, I can't believe my fucking luck here. At the start of the second half, they've given us.
I was just going mental. I wasn't thinking about luck.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I bet you're going, oh, we might get a third goal later in the second half, but not right at the start.
I was literally at half time. I was just thinking, don't bottle it like we have been constantly this season. Like there's so many times we've had a good first half and just not built on it. A la Real Madrid's second leg.
But
I'll tell you what, Reece. I'll tell you what. You know what the difference was today as well? Substitutions. Klopp made the right substitutions, bringing on Mane for impact in the attack.
Yeah.
When Man U need a goal, you bring on Matic, who played well.
Well, that's the thing. I thought he was bringing on
about 90 minutes or nearly 90 minutes 48 hours ago. He didn't bring on Van der Beek. He didn't bring on Amad Diallo. What's he thinking?
That's the thing. I thought he was bringing on Matic from McTominay just because he thought he was going to get sent off. But even that's a little bit silly.
Right. You want him to bring on Amad Diallo. What's Amad Diallo going to do?
It's a new attacking threat. It's someone new, someone quick.
It's a guy who's completely out of his depth coming up against fucking Robertson. Arguably a world-class left back.
To be fair, at that point, it's 3-2 and they're still in the game. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but
He probably
you
thought
just
that
put-
if they can get a bit of possession,
Yeah,
then they
and
can
you
maybe
just
get
put
an
Green-
equaliser.
Just he could have done something.
Well, yeah, but you just put Greenwood on the right to link up with Cavani in the middle of his link-up player, Rashford on the left. You want to bring on an 18-year-old who hasn't played in the Premier League?
Right, fair play, got
Yeah,
that one wrong. But Van der Beek
start-
maybe should have come on. I think Van der Beek should have come on.
Okay. So you were moaning about Matic coming on. You do realise he came on to replace Bailly, who was injured.
Don't know where Matic was playing then.
CDM.
The thing is, I
With
think
Tomine.
Pogba's probably the most effective sub because he's just something completely like you can't really
And
like
the thing with
he's a kind of unequivocal sort of player, isn't he? Like you don't really know what he's going to do. If you start with Greenwood on the right and Rashford on the left, Pogba coming on as a sub is that sort of thing of like, oh, he might dance past a player or hit a long shot.
When United finally get a fucking CDM, they can play Pogba in the double pivot.
Exactly,
Until that day, that just not happening. And Matic, the way he can spray the ball, the way his long passing is brilliant, well class at it. That's what he offers for a CDM, especially when you're playing Pogba much more advanced in that last half. So Ollie made the right changes, but Ollie made the changes with Greenwood that I thought he should have started with. And that was my thought. But yeah, I'm seeing our group chat absolutely. I mean, it's going a bit mad. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't know if it's like a full blown fight or not, but I'm just gonna stay out of it.
Irish fucking bum.
Dom is angry. But Dom, I'm not going to ask what went wrong, but going forward, what needs to improve in your next game? And does Maguire looking like he's out for the rest of the season now? Does that damage your hopes for winning silverware?
Yeah.
We need Barry Maguire. Give him like as much as injections you fucking like. Even give him a bag of cocaine. Do whatever you fucking need, but get him back on that pitch. Get him back on that football pitch.
I think even an injured Harry Maguire is better than Bayern.
It's ankle ligaments, so you don't take any risks with ankle ligaments.
I don't take any risks around cocaine, Niall, but doesn't mean I don't take it.
No, I hear that. But what do you need to what needs to change for your next game then? What does Ollie need to do apart from playing Mason Greenwood on the right?
Pogba switches for Fred. Pogba switches for Fred. Greenwood goes to the right. Rashford to the left. Cavani up top.
And who would you play with Pogba? McTominay or Fred?
What do you mean? Sorry.
Who are you playing with Pogba in the double pivot? McTominay.
100% McTominay.
Surely McTominay will be centre back if Bailly's not fit.
Oh no,
Twanzebe will come.
Well, no. Ollie ain't quite gone that far yet. I also don't think, and believe it or not, I actually don't think you can lose McTominay's energy out of that midfield. It's
Lindelof and Twanzebe were the people that played with PSG where we won 2-1. Just thought I'd leave that out there.
Yeah.
No, it was an Mbappe off day. Let you go.
Do you want to see Twanzebe playing centre back with Lindelof in the last two games?
Lindelof and Twanzebe, perfectly fine, mate.
Okay, so Dom has absolutely no issues with Twanzebe and Lindelof. And actually, would you play them two in the final, or is that too much of a slap in the face to Eric Bailly, who's just signed a new deal?
No, because Harry Maguire will be back.
What if he isn't?
Well, it sounds like Maguire's out for the Europa League final as well as the rest of the games.
No, because Solskjaer said he'll be back for the final, but he won't be back for any Premier League game.
Well, he just said in his press conference statement there that we'll miss him during the two games in the final.
He's tricking you there, Aaron. He's tricking you there.
So you think Solskjaer's playing those Riddler mind games or something?
He's doing what Fergie did. Fergie said Finch and Brio.
Doesn't matter. Alcacer hat-trick anyway.
But looking at
wanker.
How much we blaming,
mate.
Andrew, how much are we blaming Ollie for tonight for United? How much blame does Ollie have to take?
He has to take part of the blame because he did start Rashford out on the right, and We're seeing Rashford is not very effective on the right. Starting with, the problem is now, sort of the same problem with Chelsea in the middle. It's very limited options. Do you know what I mean? There's sort of a much of a muchness. If you put them all together, they make a decent midfielder. Do you know what I mean? But it's like separate. They are bang average, and I'm being very kind to some of them. They are bang average, and I think Bruno. Do you know what? I think Bruno is running on fumes at the moment. Do you know that? I think he is at the moment. He seems to be running on fumes. I know he scored a couple. Did well against Roma, but you can't expect him to go the way he plays all the time. And it just catches up with him. I mean, someone should have told Cavani, you don't. I know we're not playing well defending, but you don't need to come back and help us defend. We need you up flipping top. You're 34 years old. Do you know what I mean? I don't need you tracking back. I don't need you making slide tackles in the middle of the field. It should maybe he should have any break he should have got. He should have got some message onto the field. Like if Bruno's the skipper, he should have gone to Bruno. You need to tell these guys to calm down because
that's the one thing.
They're running around like headless chickens.
Yeah. I mean, he was shouting at the ref when they were giving fouls away, but at the end of the day, it's their own fault.
Yeah, exactly.
And precisely that. In the second half, United looked unorganised.
Yeah,
there was absolutely no one within that team organising the players. There was no one telling Cavani to come back. There was no one telling Bruno to stay up. There was no link-up play. But all of that changed once Greenwood came on. I don't know if Mason Greenwood is the fucking leader of that dressing room at the moment. If it is, that's quite cute, because Greenwood is my favourite player. But maybe it's because it's more well known. Maybe having Greenwood on that pitch, having him on the right, having Rashford on the left, maybe it puts the players at ease. Maybe it helps them in terms of, look, we know what we're doing now. We're comfortable now. We know each other's positions, because it did appear that just absolute Pogba kept drifting all over the place.
Yeah.
Cavani was nowhere to. He was everywhere but where he's meant to be. There was a complete lack of organisation on that pitch.
And if you notice that second half now, especially after it went 3-2 United. Liverpool were running through the middle of that pitch so many times. I mean, I'm not 4-2 in the end. 4-2 is a flattering score for United because it could have been double. It could have been double that. Some of the chances they had. Remember, Jota hit the post, I think, as well.
Yeah, that would work. Yeah,
it would work. So, and some of the decision making, like Salah was through a couple of times. And he chose to pass backwards or backheel it, which frustrated me because it was on his left hand side as well. It's like, just go up and just.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the goal was Salah's only actual shot of the game.
Yeah, it was. I think it was.
But other than that, he had such a good performance.
But there was no control. There was no leadership on that pitch at all. And I mean, Ollie, you know what? Ollie can send the message on, like, do this, do that. It's still the players who've got to implement the changes, and he can only make 3 subs. He can't make, if he wanted to, he probably wanted to make 11 subs or 8 subs or something like that. He can't do that. So Ollie takes some of the blame, but I wouldn't be one like to go on if I was a United fan and turn on him and go, you're out, Ollie out. This is the reason why he shouldn't be our manager. Stuff like that, because that.
I've praised him a lot, mate. I've praised him a lot, but that man needs a lot of not abuse, but he needs a lot of criticism tonight because he was, wow, Dom, Jesus Christ,
shut up.
Talk about mincing your fucking words. What do you make of? Yeah. It's full of politeness.
Lovely words.
What did you make of just the organisation of your side just not being there at all?
One sec.
He's replying.
Sorry, what did you say?
I said, what did you? Oh my god! What did you make of the lack of organisation within? You throw me off with them comments. What did you make of the lack of leadership on the pitch today, with Cavani running all over the place, no one in their right positions. But then my boy Mason Greenwood comes on and pretty much organises the team for them.
Well, it clearly shows that Cavani dropped into centre mid while fucking Fred is being a pointless fucking Brazilian. How is he Brazilian? Fucking take his passport away. He's actually great British.
He's definitely from Stoke.
He's from Macclesfield. He's from Macclesfield. I'm sure.
Macclesfield.
He's from Macclesfield.
Who said that? Was that Andrew?
He's a
or to be fair,
he's a Fozilian.
He could be from Yorkshire because they have dog shit teams.
Well, Fred was poor, and that's why Cavani had to drop to centre mid. But the lack of leadership between McTominay and Fred and Lindelof and Bailly was disgraceful. Like Andrew said, Luke Shaw had to drop into fucking centre back, which was disgraceful. Why is Luke Shaw, our best fucking player this season, who's improved the most, play centre back? Get Twanzebe on the pitch. Take that fucking Eric Bailly off the pitch. Makes too many mistakes. He leads us into trouble too much. He's reckless. He's just a diabolical. I love him, right? Eric Bailly, brilliant person. But his football career, shite. Utter shite.
Yeah.
This was the first time that
it took Paul Pogba 4 years to become his best season for Manchester United. 4 years. 4 years. That shows how bad he's been.
For me, the interesting stat for Bailly and Lindelof is this is the first time they played together since 2019.
Played him.
Well, that's because
I remember Gary Neville saying about that in commentary.
Do you think Bailly should go back to Villarreal now, if he ever goes in the next couple of years?
Imagine he starts in the final.
Imagine if he starts for Villarreal against United in a couple of years' time in the Champions League or Europa League as an Unai Emery player rather than a Solskjaer player.
I don't know if he'd go back to Villarreal, but I think his United career may be slowly coming towards the bitter end.
He could work in an Aston Villa, though. I think he worked with like Tyrone Mings or something.
Right, moving on. I just quickly want to have a look at the stats. Obviously, I do like my stats. So here are the stats from the game today. And you'll see here the possession and everything else was utterly... Well, possession was actually quite even, but the amount of shots that you guys had was horrific. But for me, it's that shots off target where United had 18 shots, but only 3 of them are on target compared to Liverpool 17 and 8 on target. Looking at that, what do you think of that? And Liverpool have been 6 big chances, which is horrific.
It just goes with what I say. We just looked like we were going to score every time we went forward.
Yeah.
Like even obviously it started off with what was it, the Firmino one where he went to pass it across rather than shooting for some strange reason. I mean, Jota obviously hit the post when that should have been 4-1. But yeah, I mean, we were just all over him, weren't we? In defence, like we said, they gave the ball away so much. It just gave us so many chances. And I think Thiago was almost playing in the 10 because he was able to push so high up and just keep pressing him. It did suffocate him. It just shows why the shots are so high, just because we were constantly in on goal from both them being awful and us just being brilliant in attack.
Yeah, no, I hear that. Dom, what about you from the United perspective?
I agree, because Liverpool, every time they went forward, they could have scored. It could have been 6, 7, 8 to Liverpool today. It really could have been. 53% possession. Fucking hell. I don't remember having that much possession in the fucking United squad there tonight. I thought Liverpool had so much more than us. We weren't clinical enough either tonight. The first 25, 30 minutes, the game could have been done. We could have fucking scored 3-4 against them. We really could have. But same with United, don't take the chances. They come and back us on the arse. And Liverpool proved that they were the better side tonight.
Yeah, no, I hear that. My thing is going ridiculously slow tonight. Ravi saying United got put in a spliff.
Your dad got put in a spliff and got fucking toe plant, you fucking cunt.
Velvet Man saying, oh my god, some United fan is angry called Salah or Ali Walcott. Wow, that is...
Oh, man.
But yeah, mine's going really, really fucking slow at the moment. But Andrew, looking at them stats, what are you seeing?
I never pay really attention to the possession stats that much. So It shows what it was. And Reece is right. Every time we've said it, every time, especially in that second half, every time they went forward, you thought, is this going to be a goal? Because United were just they either didn't put in a tackle, they just backtracked, and they were chasing shadows in that second half. Salah should have been a bit more confident and just he could have had a hat trick tonight if he'd actually stepped up and carried on with the run. Jota hit the post. I mean, look, 6 big chances. They've scored 4 of them out of the 6 big chances. So and like the big chances. I mean, apart from the 2 guys, I think Rashford had that one right in injury time, right? So it wouldn't have done much. I can't remember them doing anything else. Because you remember at the start of the first half, Alisson could have had one of the rickets of the season if Cavani had actually managed to.
I mean, he did it twice, didn't he? He did it right at the start of the first half as well.
Yeah.
I mean, look at the difference that could have been from this scoreline. Alisson he'll get forgotten about now because if we won 4-2, but Alisson made a couple of rickets, and we're talking about them United probably being 2 or 3-0 up in the first 10 minutes of the game. But Liverpool, they just smacked them around in the second half. I mean, old cliche. No, if it was a boxing match, I mean, that would have been stopped.
Yeah.
Very.
No,
do you know what I mean?
I do hear that. Aaron, looking at them stats, what were the main issues for United, and what did Liverpool do so well? Because looking at it looked a fairly even game, but I feel like that might be because of United's dominance in the last 30 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at. I mean, United's in the green with the on the home side, so I'm looking at their shots and how many they had on target. I think give it back to my club, more on the ball, but no real clear-cut chance on target. It's they're having loads of shots, but they're not taking the most out of those shots. And when you're at a club like Man United, don't care how you run, you still have quality players that will know how to finish. And I don't think it's just the finishers, the attackers. I think also the service. I think the decision making as well. And I think the decision making is so important in the final third as well. And I think that's maybe because why some of those shots were off target. I mean, you see loads of blocks from Liverpool. Liverpool got involved and blocked quite a few shots, so that's good for them. And their defensive backline, they held their own stakes. I didn't have a lot of confidence going into this game in Nathaniel Phillips and whoever's going to partner and stay, that Williams kid. They held their own. They held their own. They're not the best centre-back pairing in the world, but they held their own. Fair play to the kids. But United just weren't clinical. And I can relate that.
Aaron, you like kids?
No, do I fuck?
The irony is that the way you're talking about United is basically how we've been all this season. Got all the ball, but not really doing much with it.
Basically, what we've been doing the second half of the season as well. Loads of the ball, no chances.
Val saying before Greenwood came on, they had 6 shots, 1 on target.
Christ,
Greenwood
really
has that impact.
Yeah,
Greenwood. Why do you think I call him generational? Because this kid is genuinely.
He's a very good player. I think like you were saying earlier, he brings that air of confidence. Like he's so young, but he's so good. I think he just gives the team that extra boost of he.
My worry with Mason Greenwood, my worry is not with actually Mason himself. My worry is that Man United's going to misuse him and it'll ruin his career.
Yeah. Well, no. But, well, no, because he can be played off either. He can be played up front and be world class up front, or he can be played on the right and be world class on the right. Like this kid is, he can even play on the left if you ask him. If you look at him in the academy, he played all over that front line, including the number 10. So he can play anywhere.
The thing is that I think the commentators were even saying that they don't know if he's going to play right or striker next season. So obviously they've got to make a decision and then sign someone in for the other position.
Sancho, Greenwood's going to play up front, in my opinion.
Well, yeah, that would be.
If they sign Sancho, for example, decide he's going to play up top. And then
Greenwood
else happens, and then he's then got to be on the right, and it just messes him around quite a lot.
Yeah, but you bring in Sancho, you put Greenwood up
front. One at a time. Aaron, stop. Andrew, carry on.
I'm just thinking, actually, that game. I know they're probably not because they already signed Bailly to a deal, but that game proves to me that not only do they need a right winger, they need 2 midfielders now because those 2 are not good enough. And they need, and you're right, they do need a centre back. But if I was a Man United fan, I'd be worried because as soon as Bailly signed that deal, that they're not going to sign another centre back because you don't. Why would you sign an injury-prone defender to a longer contract? Business-wise, logic-wise, doesn't make sense. Business-wise, it makes even less sense because you're possibly paying someone a whole big chunk of that contract is going to be on the injury table. Do you know what I mean? But they need midfield help desperately in the summer. That's for sure.
Yeah, definitely. And as I said, back to Greenwood, he can play anywhere and just be generational in any position. But Dom, where do you see Greenwood's natural position?
Well, it's a mix because you can have him on the right. You can have a right winger, but I won't call him as a winger. More like a right forward, just like next to Cavani, getting that contributions and being there.
He's like an inside forward, almost like how Salah plays, I feel like.
Yeah, exactly. But we can talk about his natural position being. Am I back?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Sorry, I got a phone call, so I couldn't really talk. But his natural position could be a striker, right forward. But yeah, Greenwood's so versatile. It's like Phil Foden a bit. Yeah. So it could matter on where he could become. But personally,
Does Tom keep calling you?
I'm back. I'm guessing I'm back.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Right, brilliant. Give me 5 minutes.
This sums up United season. Keep putting out.
Right. Let's have a look at league table whilst we wait for Dom to sort out calling him. This is the league table in terms of United still second. 2 games to go. They just need 2 more points. So 1 win will do them nicely, and that would confirm them second place. Liverpool, they're 4 points behind Chelsea with a game in hand. But the question is, and the biggest problem for Jurgen Klopp, the biggest problem for Jurgen Klopp is this. Yeah. He is facing 3 of the hardest teams this Liverpool team could face.
The only good thing is that they're all on the rocks already. None of them have anything to play for.
But it's the teams that Liverpool have struggled the most. West Brom away, Burnley away, ending up with Crystal Palace at home. Reece, instantly, normally in any other season, you're like, that's 9 points. But this season, that could easily be 0 points or 1 point. So
I mean, obviously, I think I said in the past couple shows, I'm not confident for these games. But after that game, I think the fact that they're not exactly teams that are going to batter us in terms of running in behind and stuff like that. At least I wouldn't have thought. They are teams that are going to play long, which does kind of work for the fact that we've got Nat Phillips and Reece Williams, or maybe Kabak at the back, because they're decent in the air, especially Nat Phillips. And I mean, if we are just clinical, I think we should be all right, because that has been our main actual issue against these lower teams, is the fact that we've kind of just put in 20 crosses a game, but not really done much with it. If we can use this confidence and just go in every game pretty much how we did today and show that we want top 4, then I think we can absolutely do it. But I think that West Brom game is we just got to take it 1 game at a time, because do you know what I mean? If we drop points against West Brom, then the other 2 are pointless. If we can get 3 points, it keeps us in it.
I think the on paper now, we know how crazy this Premier League season has been already. So let's just think on paper and just use logic here. I think the Burnley one is the game, is the season defining game. It's the Burnley one. What type of Burnley turn up? Because they're safe, right? Yeah. So what type of Burnley turn up?
It's the fact that Chris Wood is on form now as well, which terrifies me.
Yeah, I just think, what type of Burnley are you going to face? Sean Dyche is not known for letting his sides have a dip in form or something like they're taking upon themselves. They usually have a dip in form anyway because they're not that good. But what type of Burnley can turn up. They're a flip-flop side. They can be frustrating as well because remember, even a draw against Burnley might not be good enough for Liverpool.
Yeah,
I think
You know what I
top four we can literally only do if we win every game.
That's what I mean. One of Chelsea. Listen, there are going to be drop points between Chelsea and Leicester, whether it's a draw. Even if it's a draw, there are drop points. Okay, so Liverpool have to win every single game to stand a chance of going through. So or finishing in top four. So that Burnley game for me, I'll be watching that one because on paper that's the one that stands out. That's going to be significant.
Yeah,
because
I think that game week in general is going to be mental because that's the second game. The second to last game is also Chelsea Leicester, isn't it?
Yeah.
So
I'm looking forward to it, and all the teams are playing quite quickly as well. Val saying, "Oh my God, Sonny is having a howl on the terrace." He's saying Burnley will attack us. That's because Sonny knows fuck all about football. I actually believe that Sonny has never watched a minute of football in his life because he's that stupid about it.
No. He said Nat Phillips has had more of an impact on Liverpool than Maguire's had on United.
What can I say? This
he's got better stats, to be fair, but that's why you don't base a defender off stats.
The thing is, the issue with Sonny is he doesn't know anything about football. It's as simple as that.
I hate Maguire, and I think he's had a more impact.
All right, cool. Chris saying Big Sam always gets a result against us. It's all about taking our chances. Aren't Burnley going to have fans for that game? Yes, they will. Last two games of the season, both have fans. No. So you're even more screwed than you thought you were.
It's all right, Reece. All Burnley fans are inbred, so it don't matter.
Chris saying, Chris is it's the last two. It's the final home games for each team. So yes, you will have fans
every single game.
Yeah. Chris saying, I heard for final home games, Valve. It is. It is the final home games of the season. Is it? Okay, then that could be a problem. What, the Sonny knows nothing about football, that there'll be fans in the stadiums? One of them two. The last thing, all I will say is you don't want Sonny representing the Liverpool fan base. That could cause you a lot of problems. But let's switch it to United. They've got 2 Premier League games before the biggest game of their lives in the Europa League final with Villarreal. Now, you've got Fulham at Old Trafford on Tuesday night, or Wednesday, one of the two. And then you're away to Fulham.
Yeah.
Now,
you've got Fulham at home and Wolves away.
Wolves, that's what I mean. Home to Fulham, away to Wolves for your final 2 games of the season. What are you expecting? Are you expecting to get the win that you require for top 2?
I'm expecting to be fucking the best player wrapped in bubble wrap, personally.
Yeah.
For that final, I think if Ollie's a very clever manager, those next 2 games, we can get 3 points out of 3 points out of 6. We get the 3 points against Fulham. I don't mind taking a loss to Wolves.
Yeah.
Which will claim our second place.
Yeah.
So all the players will be wrapped in bubble wrap before Villarreal.
Yeah, he's right.
Which I think is very, very clever for Manchester United to do.
Yeah.
If Solskjaer's a very clever manager, he'll get the 3 points against Fulham, claim second place, and then Wolves away, we don't mind dropping points to because no one can catch us then. Hopefully, I think. But then everyone's wrapped in bubble wrap for Villarreal final, and then we can go and win a trophy at the end of the season, which would be a big step for Ollie and the United team.
He's right. Realistically, they only need a point from the last 2 games to claim second place. So, and Fulham are down. You get these weird things when the relegation teams play better without any pressure and fear. But I think they've got enough to get the point there at least. And then, like Dom said, you rest all your key players against Wolves. There's no point. There's not. You don't even. You know what? You don't even make them travel to Wolves. You just give them all the rest they need, and then you gear up for the Villarreal because that's the most important game of the season. So there's a top 4.
Chris saying we play better with fans. Yo Dom, chill in the group chat. Yes, chill in the group chat. That's one thing I will say. Let's be honest, Man United need 2 new centre backs. Maguire is done for the season. This is true. This is very, very true. But we've been going for an hour and a half, so I'm going to wrap it up there. And God knows what's even going on. I know someone's pissed off and is messaging me, so I'm gonna have to handle that. I know exactly. I know exactly. Shut up! 1 minute talking. I've got to go deal that as well. So God knows what's going on there. I will figure that out in a minute. No, I fucking won't, Dom. Stop being a twat. Right, but please leave a like on the video. Right, finishing it. Right, please leave a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel with notifications on. Go check out our Twitter at Let's Talk EPL and our No Context at LTPL. Also, our Instagram at Let's Talk EPL and TikTok at Let's Talk Premier League. Aaron, where can they find you?
Aaron_Challoner on Twitter, on the road to a K. Forever Football DRFC. Potentially tomorrow is the day we announce our new manager. So very, very busy tomorrow, hopefully. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, loads of content coming over the summer from the playoffs and the Euros and the Champions League final, FA Cup final on Saturday. So it should be very exciting. But yeah, new manager hopefully announced tomorrow or between tomorrow and next week. And we'll see what happens, man. It's going to be a very interesting summer indeed, and we'll be one of the busiest clubs in English football.
Yeah, Mason saying I want to play striker. Cool. looks like we've get this dusty you Ollie and Glazers out of Man United. Mason is raging.
Very vocal to Glazers.
Andrew, where can they find you, mate?
On Twitter, it's the Winter Surfer. You'll see a pinned tweet from my Nexus channel, Will and Prime, and also a link to Cage and Filter Football, which I do with Kyan, Slens, Will, and Marshall. Also on Twitter, as breaking news today, I did turn down the Spurs job, so I just want to let everyone know that. Also on Charles Strong TV for Chelsea Watch Longs and other shows, Bits of Bob's channel, Tuesday 7 Corner Common podcast. You'll see me tomorrow for the Chelsea show on this channel, and then nearly every other show now, but you know.
Yeah, don't remind me. I've got to start fucking planning for tomorrow, and I'm not looking forward to it.
Shit,
I feel like someone. No, I feel like someone just pissed off one of my hosts.
Oh boy.
Mason saying Cavani is trash. How the fuck you let Bardi Reece Williams pocket you? Mason is raging. Reece, where can they find you, mate? Where can they find you?
Yeah, just over on Twitter at LFC_Reece. Just football opinions.
100% go check him out as well. And Dom, where can they find you?
They can find me bullying people, especially Irish people. But they can. I don't know what fucking that is now. It's like Dom Linden 0 or something like that. But
Dom Linden 0.
Look, it got a little cat. It's got a little cat as a picture. It's funny. It's like a. Oh, you won't get it, but it's a good picture.
Hey, Mason. Mason saying I'm handing a transfer request to join Argyle. Yes, you are. Green would suit you as well. Green would suit you. You can find me at Niall_PAFC, but
I see
that's terrible, man. Oh,
I know. But so much shit has gone on. I'm going to jump away. But a big thanks to everyone that's been watching. I'll be back with our new show, the sort of transfer news update, whatever, tomorrow, 3 p.m. And then you got a Chelsea show at 6 p.m., Liverpool show at 8 p.m., and the United show hosted by fuck knows who at 10 p.m. tomorrow. Because I need to have a little chat with my host because he's fucking raging. Maybe Dom might be able to stay behind and explain what the hell he was thinking. But until then, thanks for watching, and we'll be back tomorrow.